Hi guys, in this video we will see how to create the Postman collection. In the previous video we have looked into how to create a Node Express API, wherein I have created one post API which allow us to get all posts. This is the endpoint and allows us to add post, and we use Thunder client to basically test the API endpoints. But now we will be using Postman, since this is an industry adopted tool. So let's get started. First of all, I will run the API. So to run the API, I'll just specify npm run dev command on my terminal and it should start. Okay, so the server is started. Let's go to the Postman, and in Postman we can create environment, collection, and basically add requests. So I'll start by creating a collection and I'll name this collection post API, and inside this I'll add a request, and the request will be first of all app health, since we have an endpoint for that as well. It will be slash directly. So since these endpoints will have some common functionality, we can create an environment. So I'll just create an environment and I'll name that post API in local, and I'll add a variable. So this will be the URL, and I'll name this should be this localhost 3000, since this is running at localhost 3000. And now we can use this URL here, URL variable here, by using this double curly braces and specify URL, and we can select this post API local URL. Since our API is running, I can just hit this endpoint and we should get the message welcome to post API. So we can save this endpoint. Okay, so I'll create one post folders and post folder for all the requests related to post creation, update, and deletion. Everything related to post will be here. So I'll create one request, and this should get all post, and the URL will be same, and the endpoint for this URL will be API/v1/post. So this is the endpoint and I can send it. So these all are the posts we have right till now. So I'll create another request. I'll add another request inside this post folder to add a post. So I'll just name this as create post, rename that, and use the same URL variable from the collection itself and paste the endpoint. And since this is a post request, we need to specify some parameters in the body, basically body of the request. So I'll just create a valid JSON. So our post contain title, so I'll say first post, I'll say Postman first post, and then I'll say content and say this is my first post from Postman, and I'll save this and I'll send the request. So I'm successfully able to create this ID 4, and we can go here and check this as well, get all posts. So ID 4 part, yeah. So let's continue with the update and delete method since those are missing, and we will also look how to separate uh, organize our code in a better way, since putting it all here, it doesn't make sense. So what we will do is, first of all, I'll create a routes folder. This will contain all our routes relate for all the application, and here we can specify a file. Since we have post, I'll name a file post.js, and what we can do is we can leverage the feature of express router. So what we can do is, I'll just use this and import express, and then I'll create one router and name this as express dot router, and this should be a function, so I'll execute it, and I'll simply export this module dot exports equal to router. So now our router is generated, and what I can do is, here from app.js file, I'll just simply cut this our endpoints, and I'll simply paste it here. Instead of app, now we can specify router, router.post, router.get. And now, since these endpoints are common for every post, what we can do is we can specify the router with some common endpoint. So I'll just cut this, and what I'll do is import our post router, and now we don't need this, and I'll just import the router, post router. So I'll name it as post router, and it will be on the require slash router, sorry, routes slash post, and I'll just move it up. And now what I can do is app.use, and I can specify that endpoint, post endpoint, and I can specify the router. So all the requests related to this particular prefix API slash v1 slash post will go to this post router. Okay, and let's go to this post.js. What is required by this? So it uses post, so we can now import this post model as well. So constant post, and then we need to require it from model. So I need to go up one level, go to model, model slash post. Yeah, and that should be fine. So let's test this with our Postman collection, and so I'll just use this. Okay, go to create post and just name it as second. Okay, so I didn't remove this. Now it should work fine, so I can send the request, and now it is creating. And let's check our get all post endpoint, so I can see all 5 posts here.